After 8 years of marriage, my husband insisted his parents move in with us. I didn't scream or make a scene, I just made one decision. Every day after work, I'd go straight to my parents' place for dinner. For 3 whole months, I didn't eat a single meal in that house. Xiao Yue, you're back. Have you eaten? Yeah. I'm just grabbing a few clothes, then I'm leaving. When are you actually coming home? The day your parents move out. Honey, Mom and Dad are moving in tomorrow. Can you get the guest room ready today? We've been married 8 years. Haven't we argued about your parents moving in for what, 5 of them? Come on, that was then. And I've told you clearly over and over, I'll pay to rent them a place in this same complex. I'll cover everything. I'm not against them being nearby, I just need my own space. Honey, they're getting older and they're not in great health. I just can't relax knowing they're living on their own. Just 6 months. Once the weather warms up, they'll go back, okay? Do it for me, just put up with it. Stop arguing. I already booked their high-speed train tickets. They arrive tomorrow morning. You booked the tickets without even asking me? We'd fought about his parents moving in more times than I could count. Every time he'd either play peacemaker, dodge the real issue, or change the subject. Come on, you know how my mom is. Don't take it personally. They're my parents. What do you expect me to do? 5 years of fighting and it never changed a thing. So this time I wasn't going to fight. I was going to make him understand what fence-sitting actually costs. You're back? Yeah. Xiao Yu, Mom and Dad are here. Hungry? Mom made your favorite braised pork. Xiao Yu, eat more. Look how thin you are. A woman shouldn't be too skinny if she wants kids. Mom, I'm trying to lose weight. I don't eat fatty meat. City women sure are picky. Dad, Xiao Yu's always been like that.
Xiao Yue, could you at least look happy? It's my parents' first day here.
Gu Mingyuan, I can't pretend to be happy. This place doesn't even feel like my home anymore. How is it not your home? We changed one painting and put a cover on the couch. That's it. Then where's my painting? I put it away. And my armchair? Mom said it was uncomfortable, so we moved it to the balcony. And the cigarette smell in the living room? Dad smoked his whole life. He can't quit overnight. Just put up with it. Put up with it. Fine. Mom, it's me. Starting tomorrow, I'm coming to your place for dinner after work. You're home. Wash your hands. Dinner's almost ready. This is your home. Eat if you want, skip it if you don't. Don't force yourself for anyone. At dinner, I didn't say a single word about Gu Mingyuan's family. My parents understood and didn't ask either. We acted like it was just another ordinary day. Xiao Yue, where are you? Why aren't you back yet? We've reheated dinner twice. I'm at my mom's. Why did you go there? To eat? Why didn't you tell me first? I told you yesterday. Told me what? That I'd cooperate with you. Cooperate with me how? You decided your parents would move in and I went along with it. I decided to eat at my mom's, so I'd appreciate the same courtesy. Xiao Yu, stop making this into a thing. I'm not. I'm completely serious. Anyway, I'm heading back now. If you don't want to stay there, stay here. Mom, I can't do that. That's my home. Why should I be the one who leaves? Stop right there. Xiao Yue, what exactly is this? Our food isn't good enough for you now? Mom, I got off work late, so I ate at my mom's on the way. On the way? Your mom lives across town in the opposite direction. You call that on the way? Mom, what kind of daughter-in-law does this? Her in-laws arrive and on day 1 she runs off to eat somewhere else. Who's this little performance for? I didn't run away, I just went home for dinner. You obviously have a problem with us. Gu Mingyuan, is that what you think too? Xiao Yue, my mom's just concerned about you. And honestly, you didn't handle today very well. Got it. Xiao Yue, don't be mad. You know how Mom is. Do me a favor and eat dinner at home tomorrow, okay? That night, we slept in separate rooms. Day 3. How can she be so inconsiderate? Having a daughter-in-law like this is exhausting. Day 4, Xiao Yue, I'm begging you, just eat one meal at home, do it for me. Day 5, Xiao Yue, don't do this. Let's actually talk this through. Xiaoyue, what do you want from me? What's the point of this? You're humiliating me in front of my parents. You're the one who told me to put up with it. This is me putting up with it my way. Day 7, Saturday. Sis, I'm so hurt. I raised a son thinking we'd get to enjoy a little family time, but his wife won't even come home for dinner. It feels like she wants nothing to do with us. Mom, what are you saying? What am I saying? Which part is wrong? Doesn't she skip dinner here every day? Isn't it obvious she's not on our side? Xiaoyue, where are you going? Are you mad again? You know how my mom is. Don't take everything she says to heart. Guming Yuan, your mom isn't just chatting. She's telling the whole family how miserable she is so everyone can pressure me into being a good wife. You think this is just a little argument? It's about where you stand, and you haven't stood with me once. Xiaoyue, I hate to say it, but you're educated. You should know better. Your in-laws came all this way to enjoy time with family, not to get the cold shoulder. Gu Mingyuan is stuck in the middle. As his wife, Auntie, if Mingyuan has it hard, do you think I don't? My home has been taken over, my routines are gone, and even breathing in my own house feels exhausting. Who's thinking about me? How can you talk like that? What do you mean your home was taken over? It's Mingyuan's home too. His parents have a place there as well. The deed is in my name. I owned this place before we got married. Legally, this is my home and their guests. But now the guests want to run the house, so the homeowner has to leave just to breathe. You're way too stubborn. What did you say to my aunt? She called and chewed me out. I told her the facts. What facts? You bragged that the house belongs to you. Xiaoyue, do you think owning this place makes you better than everyone? Gives you the right to disrespect my parents? Is this really the man I've known for 8 years? Guming Yuan, we've been married 8 years. When have I ever used this house against you? I only mentioned it after you and your whole family accused me of being heartless. I was reminding them that I have boundaries and rights too. Your rights are treating my whole family like the enemy. You treated me like an outsider first. Xiaoyue, I'm telling you, this isn't over. You think you can force my parents out like this? Not happening. Fine, then we wait it out and see who cracks first. Oh, home cooking isn't good enough for you? Now even breakfast has to be some fancy Western thing. Having you back every day makes the house feel so much livelier for me and your dad. You're back. Come play a game with Dad. Every minute at my parents' home felt warm and healing. It gave me the strength to face the house that had turned into a battlefield. Xiaoyue, do you really have to do this? I'm just living my own life. Your own life? A life without me or this family in it? You were the ones who turned it into this. Gu Mingyuan, you know perfectly well that the second your parents move out, everything can go back to normal. No, I told you, they're staying here. Then there's nothing left to discuss. Xiaoyue, don't do this. I'm forcing you? Gu Mingyuan, you've been forcing me from day one. Forcing me into a life I never agreed to. Forcing me to abandon my boundaries. Forcing me to tolerate your parents treating me badly. And now you feel pressured? Gu Mingyuan, let her go. This family can't handle Her Highness anymore. Tomorrow your dad and I are going back home so we can stop being such a burden to everyone here. Mom, don't get upset. Mom, open the door. Mom, please open the door. Mom, don't say things like that. Mingyuan's aunt. It's me, Myfin. Don't even ask. I can't live like this anymore. My daughter-in-law can't stand having us here. She gives us the cold shoulder every day, and now she's forcing Mingyuan to send us home. I have headaches. I can't sleep. At my age, I'm still being put through this. This is the orchid I've cared for 3 years. When it blooms, the whole room smells amazing. A few days later, Liu Meifin's illness arrived with suspiciously perfect timing. Xiaoyue, come back now. My mom doesn't feel well. My stomach dropped, but something in my head told me this might not be that simple. What happened? Did you take her to the hospital? She suddenly said her chest hurts and she can't breathe. She's lying on the couch and can't get up. Please come back. Don't panic. Call an ambulance right now. I'm heading back. What happened? Is your mother-in-law okay? Want your dad and me to come with you? I don't know. They just said she feels sick. I'll go check first. No, Mom. You and Dad stay out of this. So you do remember where home is? Where's the ambulance? Why isn't it here yet? Mom refuses to go to the hospital. She says you made her sick. She says she can't go on and she'd rather die right here at home. The second I heard that, everything clicked. This was another carefully staged performance. What did I do to deserve this? My son married such a cold-hearted woman. I don't want to live anymore. Apologize to your mom right now. Beg her to forgive you, or this family falls apart today. If I gave in and apologized, I'd become the villain who made her mother-in-law seriously ill. That kind of accusation can crush you. Xiao Yue, I'm begging you. Just soften up. Say something nice to my mom. Help her calm down. Once she's better, we can talk, okay? He sounded so sincere, like this was really all about his mother's health. Guming Yuan, illness isn't a joke. She needs a hospital. Letting her refuse treatment isn't being a good son. It's putting her at risk. Shut up! You still have the nerve to say that? If anything happens to my mom, I swear I'll never forgive you. But I knew that if I backed down today, I'd never be able to move forward again. I looked at the three of them, locked together like a fortress, and for the first time I felt bone-deep cold and helplessness. My calm, my logic, against their full-blown family guilt drama, it all felt painfully useless. Hello, this is Xingfu Residential Complex. We have an elderly woman with chest pain and trouble breathing. We need an ambulance. If she's sick, she goes to the hospital. Let a doctor decide what's wrong. And if I really caused it, great. Let the doctor put that in writing. I'll take full responsibility for anything that's actually mine. Why did you call an ambulance? Do you want the entire neighborhood watching our family drama? What is wrong with you? Mom, didn't you say you were seriously ill? Then getting help comes first. Xiao Yue, are you crazy? Do you have to make this so humiliating? Gu Ming Yuan, I'm not the embarrassing one. The embarrassing one is pretending to be sick on the couch and using her own health to pressure her daughter-in-law into begging for forgiveness. You're cursing me! What kind of daughter-in-law talks like that? Your mother is sick, and instead of comforting her, you're standing here making snide comments. Is she really sick? 5 minutes ago, she could barely breathe. Now she's yelling at me at full volume. Sounds like she's doing a lot better. Is this the Gu family in Building 11? Why is there an ambulance outside? Don't open the door. Don't let them in. Xiao Yu, please, I'm begging you. Don't open it. Don't let this go that far. Gu Ming Yuan, you pushed it this far. If you want to guilt trip me with filial duty, I'll answer with facts. So tell me, what matters more right now? Your mom saving face or her health? Hello? Which one of you is the patient? Her. My mother-in-law. She said her chest hurts and she can't breathe. Ma'am, where do you feel discomfort? Let me check your blood pressure and run an ECG. I actually feel a little better now. Even so, we should check you, just to be safe. Sir, her blood pressure is a little high, but her heart rate is normal, and the ECG doesn't show anything concerning. If you're worried, she can come with us for a full exam. If not, she should rest and avoid getting worked up. Thank you, thank you. Xiao Yue, wow, you win. Happy now? Ha, ha, ha. You'll do anything to make my parents leave, won't you? Is your heart made of stone? Xiao Yu, your in-laws came to our house today. What did they say? Nothing nasty. Your mother-in-law just cried. She said she was sorry and shouldn't have come and caused you trouble. Your father-in-law sat beside her sighing and barely said a word. I could picture the whole scene. Liu Meifan's tears were her new weapon. When insults, fake illness, and guilt trip stopped working, she switched tactics, playing the helpless, cornered old woman who had nowhere left to turn. She didn't come to apologize to my parents, she came to put pressure on them. They stayed about half an hour, then left. Before she left, your mother-in-law held my hand and said Gu Ming Yuan was suffering in the middle and had lost so much weight. She said it was all her fault, and she never should have pressured you. Xiao Yue, Mom knows you've been hurt, but with the way your mother-in-law acted today, maybe you could stay out of it, and you and Dad don't meet with them again. If they come back, just say you're not home. Wouldn't that be rude? They're coming all the way to our door. Mom, they're not trying to solve anything. They're trying to drag you into it too. Just remember, you and Dad are my support system. Don't let them pressure you, okay? Mom understands. As long as you know what you're doing, no matter what happens, this door will always be open to you. My parents went to your place today. I know. They said your parents were kind and reasonable. Xiao Yue, mine are just ordinary people from the countryside. They don't understand boundaries or personal space. To them, once their son gets married, his home is their home. They only came because they wanted to be closer to me. It was the first time he tried to reason with me instead of losing his temper. So, they know they were wrong. My mom cried for a long time today. She said she shouldn't have fought with you or said those awful things. She's in her 60s, humbling herself in front of your parents. What more do you want from her? I don't want anything from her. I've had one request from the very beginning, and I already gave you a solution. Do they really have to move out? Xiaoyu, can't we just be a real family? My parents stay here, you come home for dinner, we watch TV and talk at night. Isn't that what family life is supposed to be? Why do we have to act like enemies? His words sounded so warm, so tempting, like a beautiful trap. I looked into his eyes and saw the tenderness I knew, and calculation I didn't. Gu Mingyuan, fine. I'll come home for dinner tomorrow. Really, Xiaoyue, you mean it? On one condition. Book their tickets home tomorrow right here in front of me. The day they leave is the day I come home for dinner, not one day later. Xiaoyue, why can't you just take one step back? Because I'm already standing at the edge of a cliff. One more step back and I lose myself completely. Gu Mingyuan, you're the one who has to choose, not me. I didn't feel victorious. I felt a sadness that went all the way to the bone. The man I'd loved for 8 years would sacrifice me again and again in the name of being a good son, keep testing my boundaries, and even use tears and vulnerability to manipulate me for his parents. It felt like our marriage had finally reached the end. Xiaoyu, what are you doing? My dad just bought those fish. I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? This is my office, my desk, and I need it for work. If your dad wants an aquarium, put it in the living room or in your room. It's just taking up a little space. Why are you making such a big deal out of it?
Because it is a big deal.
There are barely any spaces left in this house that still feel like mine. This office is the last one. Anyone touches it, we're going to have a problem. Oh, it looked dirty, so I went ahead and washed it for you. Wow, this fabric really can't handle a wash, can it? Mom, these clothes are dry clean only. Dry cleaning? You city people sure are particular. Paying someone else to wash one outfit? What a waste of money. I was trying to save you some cash, and you're still upset. Looking at that smug "I only did it for your own good" expression, I didn't even have the energy to argue with her. They're just a few clothes, aren't they? Mom meant well. Did you really have to throw them away right in front of her? You embarrassed her. Gu Mingyuan, she did it on purpose. Here we go again. In your eyes, everything my mom does is wrong, and somehow it's always intentional. Can't you give people the benefit of the doubt for once? Fine, then let's talk money. Those clothes cost about 8,000 yuan altogether. Since your mom ruined them, shouldn't she be responsible for the loss? You're seriously obsessed with money. This isn't about the money. It's about responsibility. If you mess up, you deal with the consequences. She's your mom, and you're her son. You can cover it for her, same difference. Send me the 8,000 now. Before I knew it, I'd been going back to my parents' place for meals for over 80 days. I knew he was close to his breaking point. That house had turned into a pressure cooker, and all of us were just waiting for the moment it finally blew. Our huge wedding portrait was gone. Let's put a big one here, our grandson's 100-day baby photo, and next to it, a big family picture. Ha ha ha. Where's our wedding photo? Oh, that? I put it away. It's in the storage cabinet on the balcony. It's huge and takes up wall space. Besides, you've been married forever. Why still hang that thing up? When we got married, Gu Mingyuan hired the best photographer he could find for that portrait. He said he wanted the most beautiful version of me hanging where everyone could see it, so he could look at it for the rest of his life. Now it had been tossed into a corner like trash, and my heart felt just like that shattered frame, broken beyond repair. Was this your idea too? Mom just wanted to redo the wall a little. The photo's old. We can always take another one. Old Gu Mingyuan? Is our relationship old too? So it can be tossed aside, slashed up, and replaced with a new one just like this photo? Yeah, don't overthink it. Mom didn't mean it like that. Hugh? It's just a photo. Is this really necessary? I think you just don't want to give the Gu family a grandchild, so you can't stand us planning a photo wall for him. All of a sudden, none of it felt important anymore. Arguing was pointless. Reasoning with them was impossible. In that moment, the last bit of attachment I had to this marriage shattered completely. I made a decision. It wasn't about dinner anymore. It was about me and my future. Mingyuan, what's wrong? Yeah? When are you finally coming home? I knew if I gave in now, those 91 days of holding my ground would become a joke. The day your parents move out. How can you be so cold? Can't you see what this is doing to my son? Mom!
You yelled at me?
I said, everybody shut up, go back to your rooms. Gu Mingyuan, we need to talk. And this time we're really going to talk. I can't do this anymore. Xiao Yue, I really can't. I was wrong, Yue. I was wrong from the start. I shouldn't have brought them here without asking you. And I shouldn't have forced you to put up with it. I thought you'd get used to it eventually. It was the first time I'd ever heard him admit he was wrong and actually mean it. I never thought things would end up like this. Tell me what I need to do for you to come home. My answer has been the same since day one. That 2-bedroom apartment across from our complex is still for rent. Rent it and have your parents move there. I'll cover the rent and utilities. You can visit them every day, and they can come over for dinner anytime. But at night, they go back to their home and we go back to ours. We all need our own space. I need to talk to my parents. They said no. I wasn't surprised. So what's your decision? Yue, can we give it a little more time? A month? No, 2 weeks. Give them time to accept it and give me a little time to talk them around. He was right back to his old routine, stalling, compromising, and trying to smooth everything over. Gu Mingyuan, I thought you finally understood the real problem, but clearly you don't. I can't just abandon them, they're my parents. Did I ever ask you to abandon them? My solution is for them to live a few hundred yards away. You can see them every day, bring them food, take them to the park. You won't be any less of a good son. The only thing you're giving up is living with them 24/7. And what I get back is a home of my own. But they won't accept it. This isn't about whether they accept it, it's about whether you, as their son and my husband, are willing to follow through. Because he knew I was right. He just didn't have the courage to face his parents' tears and anger. Yeah, give me a little more time, I promise, this time I'll... Gu Mingyuan, I've already given you enough time, 91 days. You had more than enough time to fix this and you didn't. If you can't make the decision, I'll make it for you. Hello? Is this Manager Zhang? Sorry to call so late. This is Xiao Yue. Yes, I asked about a rental 3 months ago. Is that 2-bedroom in Modern City across from our complex still available? Ms. Xiao, hello. Yes, it's still available. The landlord isn't in a rush, so it's been sitting empty. Are you looking to rent it now? Yes, I want it now. Are you free today? Manager Zhang, I'm free at 3 p.m. Please set it up with the landlord. Can we sign the lease at your office? Absolutely. I'll call the landlord right away. See you at 3. Xiao Yue, what exactly are you doing? I told you, if you can't make the decision, I will. It's arranged. I'm signing the lease this afternoon. It's a 1-year lease, 1-month deposit, 3 months paid at a time. They can move in anytime. Who gave you the right? Who gave you the right to make this decision without even asking me? Because this home is mine. Because my name is on the deed. And more importantly, because of everything your so-called home has put me through these past 3 months. It was the first time I'd ever stated so plainly, right to his face, exactly who the house belonged to. Xiao Yue, do you really have to be this heartless? Heartless. Gu Mingyuan, let's add up the damage. I raised these orchids for 3 years. Now they're dead because your mom poured leftover soup into the pots. This is my study, my workspace. Your dad wanted to keep a few fish, so he boxed up all my professional materials and shoved them aside. These clothes cost 8,000 yuan. Your mom ruined them in the washing machine. She doesn't even think she did anything wrong. She says she was saving me money. And then there's our wedding photo. We've been married 8 years, and it hung there for all 8. Your mom ripped it down, shoved it in a storage cabinet, and slashed it with a knife because she wanted the wall for pictures of your future son. Gu Mingyuan, this isn't heartless. In 3 months, they didn't just destroy my things. They destroyed the last bit of trust and affection I had for this home. And for you. I'm not asking your opinion about this apartment. I'm telling you, this circus ends now. Your parents are moving out. This Saturday is the deadline. I'll have the apartment cleaned, and I'll help get everything they need ready. All you have to do is tell them the decision, then help move their things over on Saturday. What if I can't? What if they threaten to hurt themselves? Gu Mingyuan, that's your problem, not mine. If you can't handle it, the law will handle it for me. I underestimated Liu Meifeng's ability to fight back and overestimated Gu Mingyuan's ability to follow through. Gu Mingyuan never gave his parents my final ultimatum. Or maybe he did, but dressed it up in a way he thought was clever. Ye rented a place nearby. She thinks it's crowded here, so she wants us to stay there for a while. Yue, you're back! Mingyuan said you rented a big place for us. Oh, you really didn't have to spend all that money. Honestly, we're perfectly comfortable here. It's nice having the whole family together. She sounded polite, but every word was a jab. What she was really saying was, see? After all that, you still couldn't get rid of us. And now you even have to pay to keep us comfortable. He thought this would make me happy while letting his parents save face. The perfect compromise. It was almost laughably naive. Qiao Yue, what is this supposed to mean? Exactly what it says. Since Gu Mingyuan can't seem to explain me clearly, I'll tell you both myself how things are going to work from now on. Uncle Auntie, I rented this apartment for you, but there's one condition. We sign this agreement. If you agree, you move on Saturday. If you don't, the lease is canceled immediately. Whether you go back to your hometown or end up with nowhere to stay is no longer my concern. As for Gu Mingyuan and me, we'll go straight to court and discuss the divorce there. This is outrageous. What did the Gu family ever do to deserve this? We brought in such a domineering daughter-in-law, and now she's trying to drive us to the grave. I can't live like this. Look at the wonderful wife you married. This is what you meant when you said she had everything arranged for us? She wants us to sign our lives away. If you sign that today, how am I ever supposed to hold my head up again? Xiaoye, do you really have to take it this far? Do you have to strip away every bit of our family's dignity and grind it into the floor? Gu Mingyuan, what about my dignity? Where was it these past 3 months? Where was my self-respect? The agreement is here, the keys are here, Saturday is 2 days away. The choice is yours. Xiaoye, how can you do this? What has the Gu family ever done to deserve this? Why are you pushing us this far? Gu Mingyuan, listen to her. This is the wife you married. She's trampling all over your parents' dignity, and you're still defending her? Gu Mingyuan was trapped between his parents' fury and his own shame. He looked like he was about to split in two. Gu Mingyuan, tear up this printout if you want. I still have the file on my computer. As long as I don't delete it, it's not going anywhere. My words hit him like ice water, killing his last bit of resistance. He looked at me with a kind of fear and distance I'd never seen in his eyes before. Fine, fine. What a wonderful son we raised. Gu Mingyuan, if you sign that today, your mother and I will act like we never had a son. In that moment, every ounce of pressure landed on Gu Mingyuan alone. On one side were the parents who raised him, holding him with family duty and guilt. On the other was the wife he'd shared a bed with for 8 years, pushing him with divorce and the law. He stood in the middle like a paper figure about to be torn apart. I'd said everything I had to say. The ball was in his court now. Mingyuan, you can't let her leave. Go bring her back. I'd already prepared the divorce papers and put them in the nightstand drawer. If Gu Mingyuan chose his parents today, I'd hand him those papers first thing tomorrow morning. 8 years of love were real, but so was the damage from these past 3 months. There was no sound outside at all. I even started wondering if they'd packed up and gone back home while I was in the shower. Yeah, open the door. I got them to sign it. They signed. It's done. Come out and see. The keys? My dad took them inside. I didn't ask how he'd convinced them. I knew it must have been an ugly blow-up. Harsh words, hurt feelings, everything out in the open. But he did it. Between me and his parents, he finally chose me. Or maybe he chose to save the home that was about to fall apart. Saturday, 9 a.m. I booked the movers. I left him alone with his vulnerability that night. The next 2 days were quieter than I'd ever known that house to be. In my mind, I drew a heavy red circle around Saturday on the calendar. Yue, don't go. I told them everything. I said if they kept this up, I'd lose everything. My home, my wife, and I'd spend the rest of my life alone. My mom cried. She called me an ungrateful son and said she'd cut me out of her life. I could imagine exactly what that scene must have looked like. Yesterday, my dad, he slapped me. Yue, am I pathetic? Yue, after they move out, can we go back to how we were? Guming Yuan, I don't know. I only know some things, once broken, don't go back to how they were. The house felt like a stage after the final curtain. Everyone was tearing down the set, and every face was worn out and quietly sad. No one said a word. The only sounds were packing tape ripping and things thudding into cardboard boxes. The arrogance was gone. So was the bitterness from 2 days ago. All that remained was a drained, defeated resentment they couldn't quite hide. Then, I'm going. I finally had my home back. I won, and I won completely. The 91-day tug-of-war was finally over, and I'd come out on top. But standing in that cold, empty-feeling house, I felt hollow inside. What came next? I had no idea. Yeah, I'm sorry. I went to 3 Photoshops before I finally got this picture restored. It's like our home. I know I left it full of cracks, but I really want to put it back together. I've thought about a lot these past few days, and I finally understand. I was wrong from the beginning. I selfishly thought I could force you and my mom under one roof and somehow make that into a happy family. Whenever there was conflict, all I did was play peacemaker and ask you to give in over and over. I thought I was keeping the peace. I didn't realize I was destroying our marriage with my own hands. I shouldn't have run from my responsibilities as a husband. I pushed you so far that you'd rather stay away every day and even pull out divorce papers. I failed you as a husband. Yue, I will never let you be treated like that again. I'll still take responsibility for my parents as their son, but first and foremost, I'm your husband. This home will always have only one woman of the house, you. This time, my tears weren't from hurt. They were from finally letting go. Everything I'd done was simply to protect my boundaries and my dignity. Let's go. Let's go see Mom and Dad. Let's go right now. Mom, Dad, moving these past few days must have been exhausting. I made some chicken soup, drink it while it's hot. Yeah, I was foolish. I used my age and status as your elder to boss you around, and I did so many things that hurt you. I'm sorry. After everything, you still came to see us and even made soup. I feel ashamed. Yeah, we were wrong too. We almost wrecked your marriage. This apartment is great and we're still close enough to see you every day. It's good. It really is. Mom, Dad, let's leave the past in the past. As long as we respect each other and give each other some space, we're still family. You two settle in here. Ming Yuan and I will make sure you're taken care of. After that, our family finally turned a new page. My in-laws told everyone they had an amazing daughter-in-law, more thoughtful than a daughter of their own. After everything we'd been through, all of us learned to be more patient, respectful, and considerate of one another. And that's how we kept living in this warm, lively neighborhood, peacefully, happily, and finally as a family again. Like and follow for more drama.